Good afternoon, sir. Today I'll be discussing the Unit 9, Kinship and Descent System. So first, kinship system is a mechanism that links conjugal families in ways that affect the interrogation of general social structure and enhance the ability of the society to reproduce itself in an orderly fashion. So what is orderly families? Is a predominant nuclear family is kin together primarily by the marriage tie, consists of father, mother, and their children, and some close relatives. So what is kinship? It's a cultural defined as a relationship between people or individuals who commonly thought of having family ties. It also said that kinship is culturally constructed. And next, we have three types of kinship. First is consanguineal relatives, people who related to both family sides by blood. And next, the affinal relatives, people related to you by marriage. And the third one is the fictive kinship. It's a pattern on link like relationship but not based on blood ties or marriage. Next, we have functions of kinship. First is the vertical function. A kinship system provides social continuity by binding together a number of successive generations. For example, is the passing of property, political office, and tradition. Next is the horizontal function. Solidifies or ties together across a single generation through the process of marriage. Example naman dito yung alliance and exogamy. Next, we have descent. Descent is defined as social recognized link between ancestors and descendants. And lineage, it refers to a line form which descent is traced. So this is an example of descent. The ancestral and the circle and the... Next is descent can be used to determine fatherhood, define ancestry, assign people of social categories, groups, and roles on basis of inherent status. And descent system can be divided by two. Unlineal system, this is the descent can be traced through parents or ancestor of one sex, either mother of father sides. And cognatic system, descent can be traced either or both parents. Unlineal descent. Unlineal descent, traced descent can be paternal or the male or the maternal female. Unlineal descent group, paternage or the maternal age is result if it's used the tracing of descent through paternal or the maternal and the dual descent is occur when the paternal and maternal group is present in a single society. So this is the example of system of descent. The triangle is the male, the circle is the female, and the equal signs marriage band, and the vertical is the descent band, and the horizontal is the co-descent band. So this is the full example of the parents. Next is the paternal descent. Both male and females belong to their father's kin group, not their mothers. And only male passes the family identity to their children. And the woman's children are members of her husband's paternal line. So the maternal descent, form of uniline descent that follows a female line. Descent can be traced by the name of female ancestors, and both male and female children are members of their mother's maternal group, and only daughters passes the family line on their offspring. And we have the example of paternal and maternal descent. So the on the left side is the paternal, while in the right side is the maternal ancestral. The terminologies involving descent group. These are the lineage. Lineage applying the unlineal descent principle, people become members of generation group of close relative is called lineage. Clans is a group of people who claim descent from a common ancestor but can specific all actual links. Ancestor, he or she is thought as a mythical being, and the partridge group of clan that has an even large scale of unlinear descent groups, and the descent group in agrarian society is the sedentary agrarian are permanent social unit whose member claim a common ancestors. And next is the difference between kinship and descent. So kinship is defined as reference to and individual pairs of individuals, while the descent defined as reference to an ancestor and the ancestries. And the kinship, universal important, while the descent is culturally recognized only in some societies. And kinship is a relationship are relative, while the descent status is a sense of absolute. And the importance of kinship. Kinship is the most important social organizing principle along gender and age. Impact of kinship on daily lives is lessened by factors. These are the occupation, social class, ethnicity, education, and political affiliation, religion. And that's all my report for today. Thank you.